the three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, the win the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepard, and I'm joined today by my boy, Kane Kendall. One time for the one time. We was going to wait until the end of this next game to start, but the boy Dan the film shit say, let's get this shit out the way. And so I'm going ahead and we're going to go ahead and do that. So Miami was able to take care of business. Miami was able to handle it in. They ended up beating the Toronto Raptors in the last game of the season. So shout out to Miami. But it was for nothing. Like, I think Indiana won, Orlando won, Philadelphia won, so Miami is relegated to the play-in game. They're the 8th seed. They will be going on the road to Philadelphia on Wednesday, and that's the team who they're going to be playing. So, first and foremost, Kendall, give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Game was over by halftime. It felt like good game. I mean, who were we playing? Freedom Liberty. There was someone out there with that last name, and yeah, like, please, y'all, like, not in here.
Not here. We're not doing that. We're not blaming nobody else for what Miami should have done. Miami should have handled their own business. So the fact that we were in a position where we had to rely on several different things to happen.
Right, bro. It wasn't even just one game. It was like multiple games. Like, we was out here like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Well, not we as the Heat Nation, but that like we better than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should demand better than that, where we're not in those situations.
Bro, it must be like you were backstage, bro, because that was the first thing that was said as soon as my boy pulled up.
Yeah, bro. It's like can't really feel no type of ways. It was a game that we should have won. They did win. They won it convincingly, and it's funny, like, a sorry team like that is like teams that we struggled against, like the Wizards, the Bulls earlier in this season. We had a game.
The Memphis Grizzlies without their starters.
Right, you feel me? So it's like we did this to ourselves, and it sucks but I mean, when you run it back, you really run it back. You know what I'm saying? And it's the result you're going to get when you come at the NBA with a sorry roster like the Miami Heat got.
Yeah.
Word to Richard Sherman.
Yeah, so right now I'm going to do the show, guys, but I'm only half-ass doing it because this next game has great implications on kind of the outcome of our playing game or whatever. So I want to make sure that I'm up to date with that. Mendel's Eastman with the $2 dono. Appreciate you, brother. He said no Bam 3 today. Well, gets 50% off Papa John's. It's one of the best benefits to being a Heat fan, brother, when they win. You know what I'm saying? The half off on pizza, you can't beat it. Will the game be Tuesday? No, the game
pizza.
Yeah, no, the game's going to be on Wednesday because it was like the Flyers or some shit. I don't remember what it was. It was some other Philly team that has a game on Tuesday. So this game is going to be on Wednesday. So our playing game is going to be on Wednesday. James Todd with the $5 dono said, as much as I hate the Knicks, I respect them for actually trying to get the 2 seed. Cavs in the Bucks said, nah, empty the clip on Wednesday.
The Bucks did that. I think the Bucks just got beat, and it got to a point where it was like, why are we going to keep playing? Like, once you get down like 15 points in one of these games, like, Well, Giannis already hurt. It makes the most sense for them not to play like any.
What the fuck is Tubu?
Yeah, that's that. We got some nerve saying that.
Come on.
Hey, that I find that very, 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 very uppity for us to.
He actually is he Heat Nation? Why else would he be here?
Yeah, right. Like I'm a Heat fan, but I'm objective.
Correct. More objective than what some people are accustomed to. I don't think so. This game in and of itself, it meant nothing. Like just we could have won or lost it, and we would have ended up in the same position that we did today. I guess it's good for morale that the team got an opportunity to play well. Tyler Herro created one of my favorite memories in his entire career with the little double pump fake shit pass to Caleb. Like that play was pretty dope. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks are going into overtime. And I guess if the New York Knicks win this game, then they're going to be the 2 seed, and that's going to have like heavy implications on kind of where Miami goes. But like I was saying, like this game here, it didn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things. I think like what matters more is kind of like what it solidified, and so it solidified some playoff matchups, and I think that we can go through a couple of those.
I just want to add one thing before we sit here and call the Cavs and the Bucks stupid. Like, does it come off? Like, if you sat, I think the Cavs sat people. That's a little pussy. Like, that's a little pussy. But like the Bucks losing as the way they were in that third quarter, and like Dame came out and took a rest. I had it on, and then they went on like a 6-7-0 run. And it was just like, ain't no point at this point. The Knicks out here about to go into overtime.
Right.
If Jalen Brunson wreck his shit, it don't even have to be anything so like extreme at this point. It has to be an ankle tweak, which is common in basketball. If he wreck his shit, then what? Then the tide's gonna turn and everybody gonna be Tibbs stupid. So it's like, just let other teams worry about other teams. We just got to worry about Miami Heat business because people would do the dance and flip it. If something bad happens right here, it's gonna get flipped.
Yeah, for sure. Like narrative change based on the results, as opposed to people just kind of like just looking at it for what it is. Adam Rodriguez with the $5 don't know. He said this team should lose out so we don't get bamboozled into the same roster for 6 fucking years. I don't think that there's any way that Miami's going to end up getting bamboozled. We ended up with the AFC, David. So in terms of like what the Cavs did, people calling the Cavs pussy and shit like that. Like even the Cavs didn't know what their matchup would be. Like nobody's matchup was kind of set in stone today because the 5 through 8th seed was still in flux until these games ended today. So Miami's ended up in 8th now. But they could have very much so ended up in 5th, and then it would have been a Cavs Heat series. I'm not entirely sure what people think that other teams are trying to avoid. But yeah, huh?
I know what I'm trying to avoid.
What's that?
Can I use the bathroom?
Huh?
Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mean ass teacher, boy.
Huh?
You a mean ass teacher. You gotta ask.
And my son got to ask me. He doesn't have to ask me, bro. He just does. He can just get up and go.
Man, I see that respect.
But on top of that, his mom and him just got home, so like it was nobody here. So he need to tell me that he's leaving out here. Oh, Jess. Hey, Jess.
Hi.
How
are you?
For you.
What?
No, I'll answer after the game.
Oh. Well, I already know what question you go ask.
Yeah.
She do too.
It might be one that he already asked, but anyway.
He's asked it several times over, Jess. But we ain't got to do family business in front of everybody right now. We'll handle that later on. We don't really give a shit about the game, but you can feel free to give us your thoughts on it if you want to, or you can talk about our matchup versus the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday. How you feel like this all played out? Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the game was like pretty underwhelming, I guess. Like I don't know if there just wasn't that much like riding on it because we didn't really expect everything else to work that had to go perfectly for things to like work out in our favor, so to speak. Shout out Thomas Bryant though. Like I feel like he deserves like a little, he was all right. He actually was finishing at the basket, he got some rebounds, he was productive. I was a little nervous when Kevin Love went out, and he actually he held his own. So we got to give him his flowers, every once in a while when that happens. But I mean, no, overall, like good win, I guess. Like Philly again.
Sir?
You want to show them?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite.
He want to show y'all his clothes. Show him your clothes. This turn around.
Up out the bed.
Those are my
So cute.
Yeah, my swag up. Oh.
All right. Yes, I'm live right now. Yes! All right, so my whole family turned up. Go ahead.
I love it. I love it.
So
The best.
my whole house turned up right now. Give me a second. But yeah, so let's talk about this Philly thing for a little bit because now we know that we're locked into playing Philadelphia in the oh my God. Look at the dick eating that's about to jump on here, Kendall. Look at his man.
Hey.
Oh no, I'm staying out of this.
Hey, I got words.
White boy. He said a win is underwhelming. No, it's not so much that the win in and of itself is fine.
That's not what I meant.
But go ahead, explain it.
About the win being underwhelming or not? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, yes, because everybody has to come for me. I found the game kind of underwhelming. Again, I said because I don't know if it was knowing we weren't going to end up magically in like the 6th seed and everything was going to work out perfectly. So I kind of knew what was happening. It was a game that we're supposed to win. That was closer than it needed to be, at least, towards the beginning of the game. It was a good win. I'm not taking away from that. It's just, we needed that, and we ended up kind of exactly where we all thought we would end up. So, okay, now let's focus on, the playing game and actually making it to the playoffs if we can this year. So,
yeah, I think underwhelming. It wasn't so much underwhelming, more so than it was like anticlimactic. It'd be like like you came into the game with all these different like dream scenarios that could play out that Miami magically end up in the 5th seed to justify some of the shit that you've seen this season. But it's like that didn't happen. I think
the day went how we thought it would. Like
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
it was. I will say before we move on, Kevin Love getting hurt. Like it was his right shoulder, no?
It was one of his shoulders. I don't know which one it was.
I think it was the left.
Yeah, I try to like remember which way he was like holding his arm, but that's a problem. He can shoot threes, like
left arm contusion.
Yeah, bro, like that's an issue. Like Duncan, Kevin Love, Terry Rozier, like, bro, like that's a problem. Like that's a problem.
I was talking about it a little bit in the Culture Shock halftime spaces, but it's like I don't know who's coming back, because apparently Duncan was pretty close to coming back today. But if he's going to be back for the play-in, if Terry's back for the play-in, how does Miami play this? Like, do you put in 2 cold players? Do you stick with Tyler Herro as your starter and throw Terry back out there? Do you stick with the lineup that you've been using? And then you have this problem, which is Adam Rodriguez with the $5 donut is pointing out. He said, I need everyone to be realistic. Philadelphia really, Tyrese is about to fry our face off. That's what he did. Brother, welcome to the basement. Make sure you leave us a subscribe. Make sure you like this video. We try to make sure that we give the way that we view this team is not the way that most of the Heat Twitter does, bro. Like
I just want to say this is also game 82 of us doing this. Like you guys can watch these games and just keep your thoughts to yourself. We come on here and we talk about this every game. So you know what? It got a little redundant. I'm glad we got the dub. Whatever.
Yeah. And somebody said the Heat slapping Philly. I don't know. Stone. First of all, nice haircut, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it. That's what I was doing during the game today. I was getting a nice lineup.
Well, now that you know the outcome and that we and know that we're placing Philadelphia 76ers. Like, how do you feel about that play-in matchup? Give me your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think the injuries are a big problem. I expected what happened today to happen. I knew the Heat were going to win, and I knew all those other teams were going to win. This was a play-in team from, I don't know, December on. So not really surprised. The Philly matchup, Jimmy tends to go crazy there, but I don't know with all these injuries if that's enough. Especially like there's going to be defensive liabilities trying to guard the perimeter. And I don't really know how Spo manages this issue that you're talking about, where you have Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson maybe coming back, and they haven't been in game action, but it feels like a better fit than what we have out there, at least to go up against Philadelphia for sure. I think if Terry's healthy, you got to play Terry. I don't know about Duncan Robinson, but I think it's a little too late for Terry and Tyler to figure it out together. So I'd rather see Duncan out there than Tyler. But knowing Spo, it's probably going to be Tyler and Terry. Tyler's given him enough of a reason, I guess, for him to justify it. I still don't like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah, hold on now. You heard about us from Big Twan? Hey, shout out to my boy Twan, bro. Twan is actually one of our founding members of the basement. He ain't been to work in fucking months, so there's that. But he's been doing his content over there when he has the time. And so, like, shout out to my boy Twan. And yeah, we appreciate you for tapping in, bro. But we love my dog, and hopefully he come back to work during the play-in playoffs. Something. I miss him. Tell him I miss him.
Wait, I just want to know if Diesel's actually a Magic fan. Can we have that answered? Because that would explain.
Oh, he got a Shaq picture. Are you a Magic fan, Diesel? Because Twan is also our resident Magic fan.
So much.
Yeah. Okay, so I tend to agree with the part that you were talking about, Stone, that Tyler Herro will be starting. Like, I think, for better or for worse, like whatever he did, it'll be like, okay, he's in rhythm, or he's something he's played more recently, and you don't want to throw Duncan out there cold. Fine, I'm cool with that. Terry Rozier, the same thing could be said, but they're not going to say it. They're just going to stick Terry Rozier in the starting lineup, and they're going to move Caleb Martin back to the bench because because Caleb Martin shouldn't be starting. Like, that's evident. Yeah, I don't know. Like with the Jimmy frying Philly thing, cool. But somebody said it earlier, like, we don't have an answer for Terry Rozier. I mean, for Tyrese Maxey. I'm sorry. And so that worries me a little. Like, I'm worried about, and it's a one-game scenario. So I don't know. Kendall, how are you envisioning the Miami Philly play-in scenario?
Tough, rugged. Get it out the mud basketball, brother. I mean, I don't know how else to interpret it. I don't think we're gonna go in there and blow them out. I don't think we're gonna get blown out. Because I think Embiid is he's a fraud under the bright lights. Jimmy, I don't know, like, what if he's gonna lead us or not.
He was good in these last two games versus the Raptors. Like, I felt like he.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not taking nothing from that bit, dog. Like,
that's fair.
Because I saw him and Bam versus the Mavericks, and they was both ass. Like, double cheek, left cheek and right cheek, whichever one you want to apply to who. Like, they just were not good. So yeah, bro, it's like I'm just gonna expect like a tough, rugged basketball game. Like, because why would I expect anything else from the Miami Heat? We're gonna try to lock in defensively on our assignments, get into the film, and then when the ball is put out there, it's guard your yard and make the extra pass type shit. Like, that's how we operate.
So I know where this is going to go after I ask the question, but we all expect Philadelphia and Miami to make it out of the play-in, right, into the actual playoffs. No,
I don't have faith in neither one of them because they gonna play Embiid. Like, Embiid's gonna die out there, bro.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, but I mean, the Chicago and Atlanta are the other two teams. I don't think.
I think Atlanta could
the
get
Bulls
Philly
are a wild
trouble.
factor.
You think Atlanta what?
I think Atlanta could get Philly trouble.
I think Atlanta. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say Okongwu versus a beat up Joel Embiid. Like, he's got a lot of energy.
Okongwu not playing.
I was going to go right where you was going, Kendall. I think Atlanta can give Miami trouble.
Definitely.
Because they did that. But I think the general consensus will be something like, whoever wins this 6-7 matchup between Miami and Philly, the loser is going to beat the winner of that other one. So, but 7-8. I'm sorry, but I also think like the winner of this game is going to be really important because it looks like the Knicks are going to be the opponent in the first round. Looks like the Knicks are going to be the second seed. So I think that adds extra incentive for Miami and Philly in this game to win. Agree or disagree, Jess?
It depends. I mean, I've heard a lot of Heat fans saying they don't mind playing the Knicks. So I think it's all.
I'm saying like they want to win so that they play the Knicks.
The Celtics.
As opposed to playing the Celtics, if you lose and win.
Listen, I 100%. Of course, I think it is an incentive. I meant just generally. Like, obviously, it's weird in the playoffs. It's weird. Like the Knicks somehow when we play them in the playoffs, like they're not as threatening. But also, we played the Celtics and had really unexpected matchups with them too. So it's obviously I would rather play the Knicks, and it does look like they're going to end up being the 2 seed. So I think that is extra incentive, and I agree. I think Embiid is questionable in these situations. So I think, like you guys were saying, like Maxi's kind of more of a wild card also. But yeah, I mean, I'd rather face the Knicks, and I think as far like I don't know, I never undermine like the Hawks or even the Bulls either because you just never know. They have guys on these teams that are just like wild cards, and the Heat. I mean, you can't trust the Heat, frankly. So you just never really. It's so hard to predict like what's going to happen.
It's that one game. Really it's that one game element of the play-in that scares me. Like if it was like a series best of 3 or something in the play-in, then I feel more comfortable like definitively picking Miami. Like that's the confidence.
I'm worried about the Philly game. I mean, I'm definitely worried about
me
the
too.
Philly game. And then we're gonna be in the same situation, like praying to God that we somehow beat the Bulls or the Hawks. And when the pressure's on, like I remember being completely checked out of that second playing game last year. I literally stopped watching it. I remember I was out at dinner and I looked up like at the bar at the TV and I was like, just like all of a sudden it was like an 8-point game. I'm like, oh, okay. And then we just went on like this run and that became like this insane game. But I had lost all hope and we were playing them. We're in the same exact situation again. We might end up losing again. One game is way different than preparing for like a playoff series. And it's just way different how it plays out. The one game thing is very scary to me. But also we had every opportunity to not be in this situation, to at least be the 6th seed that we never capitalized on all year. And frankly, I mean, that's their fault. Like we're at where we're at because that's how we decided to play. So
yeah. Somebody asked us, they said, would we rather the Heat season end in the play-in or in the first round, as that might happen?
Play-in.
I don't think I have a preference. Like to be honest, like I don't know. It feels like Miami knows where this is going this summer anyway. Like this regular season was more than enough evidence for them to understand that they have to make a major shakeup to the roster. So I don't think like a play-in exit or a first-round exit makes it more likely that Miami moves on from some of these players. I do think a deep playoff run would hurt their chances of doing like if Tyler Herro is playing well through 3 series, like the chances of them moving on from him.
Come on, man.
Bro, listen, bro.
No, I'm talking about the
game?
Knicks game. Yeah.
Josh Hart since the Knicks are playing the Bulls right now, we're gonna bring my dog up here. What's up, gang?
Bulls and 7 is crazy.
I decided to wear my Jimmy Butler shirt.
Dak fucking Prescott. Hey, y'all finna let the Knicks get the 2 seed?
Hey, listen, we trying to help y'all out, my boy.
Oh, DeMar just missed that one-legged runner.
Yeah.
But Shep, did you watch the Heat game today, or have you been watching y'all game all day?
I did. I'm actually watching our game, but I paid attention to y'all. I paid attention to y'all game. Very impressed today with DeLon Wright, man.
DeLon Wright was pretty good today.
Three triples.
But I don't know about impressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna be the last time we see DeLon Wright all season. He will not play a second in the playoffs. Like, he played
well today. I mean, that's all you can ask for against the Toronto. What is the Raptors? I don't know what the fuck that. I mean, I don't know what that was today. Whoever they played, but DeLon Wright was impressive. Thomas Bryant very impressive. Sucks that Kevin Love got hurt, but a good Heat win, man.
Yeah, neither one of them niggas playing in the playoffs. Like, it's
yeah,
so
you said the play?
I did it, but that's what I should have said. But no, just give me your thoughts on like the play-in matchup and how you figure like all these matchups lined up after the first set of games.
Well, I know what Miami got Philly, right?
Yeah, we got Philly.
I think that's gonna be tough. Like, real talk, Philly been playing good lately. Quietly, they've been playing solid basketball. I think Tyrese Maxey is finding his own, so he's gonna be a tough thing to stop. I went and watched him a couple of weeks ago, and he's just a blur, man. And the thing is, I think Miami can match up well in a lot of areas, but with Tyrese Maxey, I don't think they have the foot speed, especially if Tyler Herro's starting or you get Duncan back and he start. Y'all don't have the foot speed to keep up with him, so I think that's going to be the issue for the Heat. Now, if Joel Embiid play, that's up and down right now because of his knee. I think Bam and Nico and Kevin, they can do a little bit to neutralize him. I just think that Tyrese Maxey episode is just one you don't want to watch right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Tyrese Maxey is the one matchup that we've been talking about that we can't fuck with.
I was gonna say, sign me up
for
Tyrese Maxey. Absolutely. Like, I just get to find out if he like that or not. Because I'm not. We like to tell niggas like Tyrese Maxey. 50 ball, bro. Like, you gotta show me. Like Tyrese is a very good player. But I'm not like on some like, oh yeah, like we don't have the foot speed, but at the same time, bro, like if he start 0 for 3, it's gonna be ugly. Like, he was out there in that Christmas game where he shot like 1 for 11 or something. So yeah, New York the 1 seed, the 2 seed.
If Spo can stop Giannis, I don't see a reason why he can't come up with a game
I'll say this. Like,
Tyrese.
I never felt like Spo like stopped Giannis. Like, I don't really credit. I think in the bubble, yeah, but ever since then, I credit that more to like Bam being like an all world elite one-on-one defender. Because like it's simple for Spo when it comes to Giannis. It's like, hey, Bam, 13, you're gonna guard Giannis, like, and Bam gonna take that matchup. I don't like ever since the bubble. I don't think in like the whole wall thing. Like, I think we're kind of like past that. I don't think Spo. It was ever like Spo, to be honest. I think it was Nick Nurse in Toronto after they got up 2-0. But Tyrese Maxey just like, he's very good, but at the same time, like, he's made an all-star team. Like, bro, you've never done anything like in a playoff series to make me say, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if it's them, like, run it. Like, well, we don't run it. But it is what it is. And I just, Joel Embiid, bro, it's like, that's a pressure game, bro. Like, he's gonna have 2 of them. And he's pussy, bro. Like, he just is. Like, and if they gonna shoot jumper, they beat us last time shooting jumpers. Like, they was on fire just shooting long jumpers. If they do that, bro, like, hats off.
Embiid was hitting the mid range too. Yeah,
like, I'm hats off to you. Like, as long as you ain't dominating us in the paint and like getting to the rim. Tyrese kind of was after he made a couple jumpers, but I'm not.
Yeah, he was striking from 3-point shot. Go ahead.
Nah, that's to combat what Kendall was saying. He was saying like Tyrese ain't been there. Hey, before 04, Dwayne Wade wasn't there, but guess what? He got in there and did what he had to do. Like, listen.
He is not D Wade.
I ain't calling nobody D Wade. What y'all think D Wade is, and what I think D Wade is, I'm just saying until somebody gets to that point, like whatchamacallit, Ant-Man ain't been in this year, but we don't know what he gonna do this year.
No, Ant-Man averaged 30.
In the regular season, how many playoff games has Ant-Man played?
Ant-Man has averaged 30 against the Denver Nuggets.
And what?
In the first round series.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all I'm saying is people ain't did what they had to do till they did what they got to do. You know
No,
what I'm
that's
saying?
real. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a show me thing. Like, you got to show me. Like,
And I'm saying I think Tyrese Maxey for one game can do that. Like we talk about just the play-in. I ain't talking about for a series. I'm talking about just for the play-in.
oh, that
I
is
think
that's
Tyrese
true.
that's the difference. Like Tyrese Maxey can do that for a game. He'll
He
bust
did
you for
do that.
38 real quick. That boy is fast, and we gonna see that on Wednesday.
Yeah.
No, but apparently Tyler Hero is better than him. So
He's just whiter than him. Word to Dan Levitar.
Hey, brother, Shep, we were here for the conversation of Tyrese. Oh my fucking God, bro. James Todd, thank you for the $5 dono. He said the amount of hero switches onto Maxi we're about to see is going to be absurd. Not looking forward to that. LOL. Neither am I, brother. Jubilaire said Heat in one. Hey, look. The Heat are looking for the opportunity to play this man's team. Hello, Richard.
Hey, can we talk about the real first round matchup? Fuck all this other shit.
Hold on, right quick. Hold on. Hello, Richard. Congratulations on the 2 seed.
Oh, I don't think Ricky really like accepting of that. I don't think he feels like his team won anything.
Wait, what am I accepting? I'm just now hearing.
No, I'm
Your
saying
team
I don't
is
think
the 2 seed. I would say congratulations.
Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day.
I overestimated him. Obviously,
Yeah,
Knicks fans.
Look at it. He's smiling too much for me.
Yeah.
He got to
Knicks fans in the
wipe
slump.
that shit up. Wipe that shit out your face. You come in here depressed and remorseful and grateful to being real Heat fans. There you go.
Yeah,
Ricky.
they beat the bum ass Bulls.
That's
yeah.
right.
How you doing?
He wouldn't be talking about my team like that on here. I ain't going.
How you guys doing today?
I would personally.
Boy, backstage. Don't worry about it. I got you hands for that boy.
I already know what type of tie you on, bro. But yeah, let's talk about some of these real playoff matchups. Let's talk about the matchups that we already got locked in stone. Cavs versus Orlando.
Sir, can we get to the main thing? Hey, that 3-6, the Bucks and the Pacers. Dame snatched Tyrese Halliburton whole mojo at the All-Star break. If Giannis ain't there, Tyrese coming for blood. And I think
and you think he gonna get it?
Absolutely, because if Giannis not playing,
they can't stop Pascal Siakam.
I don't think they have enough scoring if Giannis don't play. They don't have enough tilting of the basketball court like without Giannis. Giannis, like, he just don't tilt the basketball court and like spray out the shooters. Like,
brother, there's not a matchup in the league where that statement is true.
He's locking me up in a mental asylum. That's what he's doing.
For real, he might be locking up Pat Riley.
So let's explore that a little bit. We'll start with you, Jess. We're gonna start with you with this 3-6. What are you anticipating happening in that Milwaukee-Indiana matchup?
The fall of the Milwaukee Bucks has been, to me, one of the most like unprecedented things this season. I low-key was one of the defenders of Doc Rivers and said, it's not that bad. It can't be him. You know, it's looking like we can't keep making excuses for them. They might be fraudulent. It's going to depend on Giannis playing or not. I know they said, I think the last thing I saw was just that he was missing the last 2 games of the regular season. So it's all going to come down to that, like you guys were just saying. I mean, frankly, like, Dame can have good games, but it's kind of proven that that wasn't enough. Not that Dame has the same people around him that he had like his whole career, but still, I mean, Bobby Portis, like who are we? Middleton? Like I really haven't watched.
Don't disrespect Bobby Portis right now.
Okay, my bad.
Not
I
on
just
my
don't
watch.
like him. I just don't like him. I'm
Hey.
not trying to say he's not good.
I'm a Bobby
but yeah,
Portis fan
it'll all
since
come
they
down
told
to
me
that.
PJ Tucker was better.
Why don't you like him?
Okay, no.
He looked like Freedom Liberty, or he got some recruit.
Oh
Ooh, that's crazy.
All right. Anyhow, I can't.
That's a Negro
I can't
step.
say what's going to happen unless I know if Giannis is playing or not. That is going to be really. I think it's going to be a really, really tough series for them if he's not playing. Yeah, that like you guys were just saying about Siakam, like I just don't think. And on top of that, yeah, offensively, I don't know if they have the juice. It kind of comes down to like who I think like Middleton. I consider like such an X factor because he's gone off in like these playoff series when he's been kind of non-existent through some of the regular season now, and all the hype has obviously been on Dame and on Giannis. So I think that's going to be interesting. He's usually like kind of that kind of random factor. So I think it'll come down to how he plays and if Giannis is playing or not.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with.
But they're tough. That's a tough matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough matchup for Milwaukee for sure. Ricky J. Mark, Negro Step is elite content, brother, and we're going to. That is a new part of the lexicon that people will get used to because I will be.
Did I miss something while I was just talking because I didn't hear what?
Yeah, Dale hit a Euro on you, and Ricky reclassified it to the standard.
Exactly, Stone. Exactly, that's exactly what happened. Stone, how you feel? How you looking at this 3-6 matchup?
The one team I really don't want to play in the East is the Pacers. I think that they steamroll the Bucks. It's a lot of offense to keep up with, and I think the point about Giannis is very true. And the point about Dame showing him up in the All-Star game, and he's going to be coming for blood. And I think Carlisle's a better coach than Doc Rivers, so I think the Pacers win that series.
That's pretty astute observation. Ricky, how are you looking at the 3-6?
Yeah, I think Dame Lillard has more to worry about than showing up a young whippersnapper in Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, I know that's the storyline that we like to focus on, especially based on what we saw earlier this year, but this hasn't exactly been the triumphant post-trade season that I think we had all hoped for. There's been a lot of turmoil on that team, and quite frankly, considering how the Pacers like to score and how the Bucks don't like to defend, or either don't know how ever since Budenholzer got fired, that's going to be problems for them. If you told
they're
me
like
that
10th defensively under Doc, though.
They're what?
They're like 10th defensively under Doc.
And I won't dispute that, and I receive that, but in the playoffs, that just creates another concern that I have. Doc Rivers, is he going to fumble? That defense didn't stop them from fumbling. They can't seem to defend against a 3-2 lead in a series, but that's another thing. I think with Indiana, however, given how electric they are as scoring, if Milwaukee can be at least slightly above average defensively, I think it'll be a winnable series depending on how Giannis is able to come back. But right now, yeah, it's not looking good. This could very well be a Pacers in 6 type of situation where Milwaukee wins a couple of traditional games, but the Pacers, by the time they cool off, they're already up 3-2, and they're probably not giving that up. I could see this go 7, but it's not looking good for a Milwaukee team that has gotten this far on talent. Not unlike Boston, but I imagine we'll be doing that next.
Yeah, talent is one thing, and I believe that Milwaukee has the talent advantage with Giannis. Without Giannis, I'm not so sure about that. I'm not sure where the talent advantage lies. I still want to give them an edge because I think in a series without Giannis, I still think Dame would be the best player in the series, but I have a hard time putting other players on Milwaukee above Halliburton, above Siakam. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. They just feel like they're better equipped. And then they also got my boy MJ McConnell over there. Okay, one of the impact players in the league. Shep, how you looking at this 3-6 matchup?
Oh God. I'm gonna go against the grain, and I'm gonna say the Bucks are gonna win, only because it's gonna look bad if Dame and Doc, those two, I think they have them in this series. I think they got the most to lose. So Doc has to put on a clinic, seriously, and Dame has to go bonkers. That's the only way they can win.
Real quick, Shep. Put Giannis' name on this list.
Giannis is a champion. He's a champion.
Champion.
He has one, Royal. He got one.
But is that wait?
In half empty arenas.
Damn,
No. No, Shep, I was gonna ask you, is that predicated? Is it predicated on Giannis playing or not? Because I think
it don't matter.
See, I'm completely.
Dame got to elevate that team. You know what I'm saying? Now, a big loss to me for the Pacers is Benedict Mathurin not playing. Because that hurts when they scoring department, and people ain't talk about that, how much better I think they could be with Benedict Mathurin. But they got savvy vets on their team, and people that know how to do stuff. Like my brother was just talking about T.J. McConnell. You know what I'm saying? People that been in the playoffs before and probably not have won or done so much, but they know what to say at the right time to calm the storm. Like when Dame get on those 40-point scoring and all that kind of stuff. And hey guys, let's chill out. But Dame gotta win it. Like Dame and Doc have to win because Doc, whew, brother.
Ooh,
Hold on. Wait. How we saying Giannis got a ring?
Doc
Doc
got one.
got a ring.
Yeah, but ever since Doc won that ring,
Hold on. Nope. 2010.
Okay, listen, fair to
2010.
say,
That team
but
wasn't supposed to make the finals.
fair to say, but like when they like now when they got Dame, the first thing they said is Boston and Milwaukee. That was the only thing we was hearing all summer. Once they got that, now that since they done got Dame and Doc, the team looked like shit. Being honestly, like if I be honest, like they haven't performed to where they need to be. But I do think just for my so Dale can go. I do think the Bucks have to win this series, and they gonna have to win it in 6 because Doc gonna lose it in 7. So they gotta win in 6, and that's my only opinion about that shit.
and look, Brenton, I'll kind of piggyback off of what you said real quick. If I'm Indiana, I'm not really too stressed over Dame going for 40 because that doesn't guarantee you win. Remember that series against against Denver, where dude was dropping 55, and that still wasn't enough. Because quite frankly, if you've got a team that, and I saw someone in the comments that said that the pace slows in the playoffs. Nice pun, but you're not wrong. Thing is, they just scored 152 points. What does that slow down to? 130? You're still winning. Okay.
No.
If you told me that went down to like 105 or something like that, maybe. But
I think
they dropped 157.
Yeah, they got 157, but I think they can get them down to like maybe in the 115, 110s. Like
that's
still a lot,
bro.
Who do y'all think's better, Brook Lopez or Miles Turner? Who wins that matchup?
Brook Lopez.
Brook Lopez is a better than Miles Turner, but I think Miles Turner is going to be very important in this series. Yeah. So, but here's my thing. Like, Shep, I agree with almost everything that you said. I just cannot let Giannis off the hook, bro. Like, I cannot, bro. Like. Part of me understands like he's won a championship, whatever, but Giannis is the reason that Doc is their coach. Giannis is the reason that Dame is there. Like this is what Giannis envisioned as his team taking a step towards him going back to winning another championship. And he's the one who's routinely getting hurt in the playoffs. Like so, like his
he
legacy,
hurt right now.
He hurt right now. Like so Giannis has a little bit of that stink got to be on Giannis too. Kendall, you brought it up, so you can bring us home on this 3-6 matchup. Give me your thoughts.
I'm not. Dame like is not on no like, oh, you got to do this or it hurts you. Like, bro, like not only one because ultimately he didn't want to be there, even though he's there now. Like he was open to it, whatever. But like, bro, like you said, bro, like I'm here, bro. But the motherfucker that like y'all brought me here to play with, if he's not playing. Like, bro, you're not finna throw me under the bus and make it seem like, oh, now this ain't Portland. If it was Portland and the roles were reversed, I would say, okay, absolutely. But no, bro, you're not finna try to hold me accountable for the coaching changes and Giannis not playing. Like, if Giannis plays and he plays well, then cool. Like, then yeah, Doc got to do his part. But then yeah, Dame like has to be that guy, like that second guy, which he has been all year. But I'm not finna sit here and like push him into like, oh, whether Giannis don't play. Like if Giannis don't play, then like I think it's wraps for the most part. Like because defensively, like he stops things, like he deters people from doing certain things. Offensively, he tilts the floor. And I disagree with what my man he said. Game 7, I actually think it's not about anything but your best versus my best. I think coaching is like this isn't a part time. Like, yeah, coaches can make adjustments and stuff and have a plan, but Game 7, it comes down to is your people gonna make plays or is mine? Because we can run down some Game 7s where it's just like Bron hit his shot over Kawhi. Artest hit the 3. You know what I'm saying? They like I didn't feel like it was no coaching involved in any of them situations where it's just like and the Game 7 is mine versus yours and we finna see who better. Like
so I ain't gonna lie. When he first said it, I was like, right on. If Doc get to a Game 7, that bitch is gonna lose it.
I think Doc with a 3-2.
It's like okay, but my point is like to your point. Coaching is minimized after Game 5. I think Game 5 is usually like the most important game for coaches. It's just kind of like, this is your adjustment. This is how you're going to play for the rest of the series. Like, this is when the major adjustments made, because the winner of game 5, whatever that stat is, goes on to win the series X amount of times or whatever. So that's the most important time for a coach. I think they're still important in game 7, but I do agree that come game 7, like, talent wins out. Let's pivot to the other matchup that we already know is established, which is Cleveland versus Orlando. That shit is going to be a mud fight. If you want to watch that, like, brother, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Jess, we'll start with you. Like, how are you looking at that series?
I have no idea. I don't know how they've matched up in the regular season. That, again, it's kind of like, depends on Paolo, depends on these guys. Like, I haven't watched him so closely this year, but he's been a little up and down from what it's looked like. The Cavs are weird, man. Like, the Cavs, like, I don't know. You got, like, these big dudes. You got Jared Allen. You got Mobley. Obviously, you have I don't even want to say his name. It still hurts. But I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a tight matchup. I would maybe pick the Cavs. But I don't know. I've seen the Magic in some pretty clutch games, especially even over the last few weeks. So I don't know. I think it's going to be close, but I think the Cavs will slightly edge them out.
I agree with the overall thoughts. I think the Cavs will win this series. I think at this point, Orlando's season has already been a success. Like,
totally agree.
You made the playoffs. Like, you're in the playoffs, legitimately. You're top 5 seed in the East. That is leaps and bounds beyond what you should be at this point, especially this is year 2 of Paolo Banchero. Like, you are ahead of the curve. You're ahead of where you're supposed to be by making
Wagner's
the playoffs.
Great. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you're headed in the right direction. I think your train stops here. But I don't know. Shep, how are you looking at this Orlando versus Cavs series?
I think it's going to be a very tall series because both of these teams are extremely long. Like, seriously, like, across the board, the Magic are tall as shit. The Cavs are tall as shit. But honestly, if I'm going off of what Kendall was saying earlier, I think the Cavs gonna win it in 6 because of Donovan Mitchell. He's experienced in the playoffs, and he has had some great playoff games, especially when he was with Utah. So I think Donovan Mitchell going to be the person that carries the load. I think Darius Garland will give him a good game, and also off the bench, Karis LeVert. So I think the Cavs going to win in 6 for real. But I do think it's going to be like a kind of grinded type game because they both very, very, very tall, like super tall. Like, both teams are tall. Am I right, Ricky?
Carry the load is crazy.
It's not, though. It's really not.
Unless you make it that way.
It is if you don't say no Diddy.
No Diddy.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Damn. It's nuts. All right, look. If I'm not mistaken, the Cavs. Yeah, that sure. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they did split the season series this season. However, I'm gonna take a different perspective to what you offered, Royal. I think the Magic are a little bit hungrier than the Cavs. We saw last season when the Cavs lost to the Knicks in the first round, despite having home court advantage, that the lights got too bright for them. And I'm not under any impression that that's necessarily changed for them. I think the Magic, the way they've been approaching this season, they got a couple guys like the Wagner brothers, Paolo Banchero, for example. You got guys that aren't satisfied with just being okay or having a comeback season. I think they want to make some noise in this playoffs, and this, quite frankly, could very well be a coming out party for Paolo Banchero in this series. Evan Mobley is obviously very talented, but in a head-to-head matchup with Paolo Banchero, I see Paolo handling himself rather well in 5 to 6 to maybe even 7 games. I'm not worried about home court advantage. These are 2 young teams. You're going to see road wins throughout the series. But I think the Magic might actually surprise some people in this series and come away with a victory. Do they go any further than that? I don't think so. But beating the Cavs, I think that's something they're capable of.
You stopped just short of saying Evan Mobley is soft as baby shit, and that's what you should have said because he is. Like he is
you said
not.
it for me. So.
Yeah, like I think Paolo gonna turn him into a bitch in the playoffs. Like I don't know what it is about Evan Mobley, bro. Like talented, absolutely. It's just not there for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't see kind of it going beyond what it is now. Like very skilled, tall player who don't really step up in big situations. Like he's soft as fuck. Kendall, how you looking at this series, bro?
I think the Cavs gonna win because they got the best player in the series. The Magic, I know exactly what the Bucks really tried to do, especially when they tried to get blown out. I don't think they knew it or not. But Cleveland had already lost. But if they had won, then the Bucks would have been the 4th seed, which would have been. Then I would have put Dame on the spot. It's like, yeah, you got to lead them, whether Giannis plays or not, against the Magic because they can't score the basketball. And because they can't score the basketball, I'm gonna just go with somebody. I'm gonna just go with the Cavs because Donovan Mitchell there. Even though I do think like their owner has fucked up that team, like mentally, like with all this shit that came out about the contract thing. Like I think the timing of that was very wicked. The fact that Donovan Mitchell had to answer questions about it, like as he was coming back from an injury, was insane. I'm just glad we're not playing the Cavs because we would have beat them in 4 games, and I did not want that to happen. So Donovan Mitchell knows he's more than welcome to come home. I do think Evan Mobley, he is Karl Anthony Towns light. He likes to play on the outside and shoot corner threes for some reason, and it doesn't really go too well. I've never seen him miss a corner 3 long. Every time he shoots the ball, it rockets off the front of the rim or the side of the rim back at somebody's face. Darius Garland, they should have moved him. They should have picked out of him or Mobley once they got Donovan Mitchell. But yeah, they are done after the first round. But I think they win. I think they're good defensively. And they have Max Strus, which is something that the Orlando Magic don't have. And Ricky talked about the lights being too bright for the Cavs. Like, and you saw some of that last year. This is Orlando's first time in the playoffs, so I can apply that logic to them and saying, I think, the lights could be too bright. They have a lot of guys who play very emotionally, which can go bad in a lot of situations. I don't trust them to be like sound, like locked in. So I'll go with the Cavs.
You thought Orlando?
Yeah, I don't trust them to be like.
Yeah, them Wagners go off the deep end.
Cole Anthony too. He be Jalen Suggs be getting
Jalen Suggs.
He be getting like, you feel me? Like they be moving a little walkie out there, bro. Like it's funny though. I rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Because these new refs be geeking. Look at that would have been nice. But yeah, I'll go with the Cavs. I think the Cavs win. And
I think it fits the narrative better if Orlando wins. We need Donovan to want to get the hell up out of there. Okay.
We're already at that point. They made the decision for him. Like they made the decision for him. They said if you ain't resign it, then, and I don't think he's gonna go to the Knicks because they beat him already. One, and if the Knicks have more success this year, like I think it even. I think they're going for happiness. Like I think he's going for happiness and comfort.
Why would he come here? Like who would want for real? Yeah, but what contingent on getting rid of who? Like if I were him, I wouldn't want to come here, even if he's
you're tripping. You're tripping just because.
I mean, Bam train out in the offseason.
Nah, this is different because this is the last hope one for Miami. I don't want to get too far off track, but Donovan Mitchell has a player option. He has 1 year. He has 2 years left on his deal, but really 1. But that player option, like if he tells them, if they saying you're not resigning, we trading you, like what team is finna like come out of the ass with assets and like give them everything for a guy who's not committed to staying there? Like this is like literally Miami's like last like hoorah, like, and nobody's beaten like no one with sense, like a GM with sense, is gonna say we'll give more than Tyler Herro, Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, and 2 first-round picks. Like, and I don't even think they're gonna try to throw Jovic in there. Like, they'll try to keep him, but they should be aggressively trying to get Donovan Mitchell, because obviously it's not about Jimmy anymore. It's about Bam and what you will have going forward for 8 years.
I also think in that situation it helps that it feels like the Cavs would be willing to take on Tyler Herro too, so that they'll feel comfortable like in the replacement player that they get for Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, and last point. It's very important. This just hit me. It's very important that Miami beats Philly. Because if Miami beats Philly, they get to play the Knicks. You get to play the Knicks. You beat them 2 years in a row, back to back. If I'm Donovan Mitchell, why in the fuck would I want to go to the New York Knicks?
Why in the fuck would I want to go to the New York Knicks?
No cucumber and no cream cheese.
This man he on DoorDash. He don't look like a Uber Eats type of guy. He look like a DoorDash.
Come on now. He Uber Eats Supreme out this bitch or whatever it is, premium. Stone, wrap us up on this playoff matchup. Orlando or the Cavs?
I think Jalen Suggs could be the X factor in the series. I remember what he did in college, and it moved me a lot. I know this is a much bigger stage, and like I get all that, but I think that Cleveland is a little more athletic, so I'm probably rocking with Cleveland in what you guys are calling a mud fight, just because of that athleticism advantage.
Yeah, I don't see how you arrived at that conclusion, brother. Like Jalen Suggs, X Factor, not in my NBA. I want to know how everybody figures like these playoff matchups, because we ain't talking about no next game. How y'all think this play-in scenario is going to end out? Who's going to be the 8th seed? Who's going to be the 7th seed? Ricky, we'll start with you since you were ordering a cucumber sandwich or whatever you was.
No, I was ordering a monster roll from my local sushi place.
I do not care. I do not care.
I mean, that's what happened.
I do not care. How's the play-in / playoffs going to check out with the 7th and 8th seeds?
Well, I think the Miami Heat will end up with the number 1 pick in the NBA draft this season. That said, they're also going to win the NBA championship. So given that I've been saying that they're going to win the title all season, why are you shaking your head, Jess? I'm right.
Because it's not possible.
Yeah, it is. Haters. Seriously though, we know how this is going to end. They're probably going to lose the first playing game. They're going to be like 3 minutes away from a lottery pick in the second playing game. They'll end up with the lottery. I'm sorry, not the lottery. They'll end up with the 8th seed after miraculously coming back in that second playing game, face the Boston Celtics, and somehow win in 6 because everything is stupid. That's pretty much how things have been playing out. This team doesn't apparently the part where you're supposed to get the punishment for your mediocre front office deals. That hasn't come yet. They got to the finals last year and were a shot away from theoretically getting to the finals the year before. And I don't know. So yeah, that's what's going to happen. They like it hard.
Please say no, Diddy.
Miami's comeuppance has been in the works for 3 years, and we will never get it, brother. So I agree with you to an extent that it feels like the script is already scripting for what's going to happen during this playoff run. Stone, how you see this playing out? 6, 7, the 7th, 8th seeds.
I think that Miami gets the 7th seed this year. I think they realized that they were playing with fire last year, and they come into the first game a little more serious. And I just haven't seen Jimmy lose in Philadelphia, so I rock with the Heat. And then I think we smoke the Knicks, and we'll go from there.
He lost games 3 and 4 in the 2021.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, it went 6 for a reason.
Jess, how you see the 7th and 8th seeds playing out?
I don't know if it's a matter of like taking things serious, because obviously we didn't do that the whole entire regular season, so that we wouldn't have to play in a plan. If they weren't such idiots and we could just win this game against Philly, like, which we can win and have shown that we can win, I like that trajectory a lot better. And if I'm going to be like Miss Optimistic for once and say like we somehow do just win that game face the Knicks, I guess, make our life a little easier. I'd rather do that over playing the Celtics in the first round because again, it's like how long can we rely on like Cinderella story like runs with this team? Like it's either like this is their opportunity to show it, right? The Jimmy window is closed, if not shut like completely already. Like this is kind of like the last chance in my mind. So I think I think that we can win that game. Whether we're going to show up and take it seriously enough, I don't know. We should be able to. We should be able to capitalize on the Embiid injuries that he's been fighting. And, if we find a solution for Maxey for one game, even if it means putting Haywood on him for a little while and suffering a little on the offensive end, doing whatever, like we got to just come up with a game plan for that. But I think they can do it. And I hope they will do it. And then, yeah, I think Philly will beat whoever they end up playing.
What you think can happen, what you believe can happen. Great things.
That's my struggle with this team. That is my internal struggle.
I am not asking you. I'm asking you. We do not care, Diesel.
I just said I think they can win. They're gonna win. They're gonna be the 7th seed. All right.
I said they were going to win the title. And how's that pessimistic?
What do you want us to say?
Yeah. Our front office tells us every year that we're competing for championships. And so when they're not looking like a championship team, we're going to hold them to that standard. Like that's all this is.
I just feel like in these scenarios, I don't understand like what people want from us. Like you want us to say the Heat are absolutely you want us to say this shit. Heat in 5. All the way. Yeah. This is what you want us to say. We're not saying this. Yeah, that is what Ricky said, but he was lying. Kendall, how you see this 7 AC shit playing out?
We go out there, play the game, compete, let the chips fall where they may. We're going into this confident. And yeah, that's what Bam Adebayo said. So why should I feel any different than the team captain? Yeah, like I don't see it playing out anyway, bro. Like some shit's just gonna happen out there. Like, and it probably is gonna be Miami winning. Because Philly, like Embiid is ass, bro. Like I know that's your dog, but he's in that Brett Favre bag, bro. Like he just ain't a champion. But like,
relax. I'm about to say,
don't disrespect Brett Favre like that.
Okay. Then I got time.
First of all, Brett Favre steals from black people. Like
exactly, that's where I was gonna start. But second of all, Brett Favre is one of the most overrated people across all sports. Him, John Stockton, Joel Embiid, bro. Like it is what it is, big dog. I'm not finna sit here and put faith in either one of these teams. Hey, hold on, little man. You interrupting a real speech. Hold on. What you got to say? He finna show him comment. Brother, Stone.
You didn't see Dookie?
Stone. Cam Ward went 19 for 24.
He's not waving at you, Jess.
He went 19 for 24 for 300 and something yards and 3 TDs yesterday.
Oh my God.
Spring practice. That's moving us.
Hey, the University of Florida Gators had 10 people on field goal protection in the spring game. Why am I worried about what this man is saying? He roots for the Florida Gators. They had 10 people in the spring game.
For the Florida Gators.
No, not you, buddy. Yeah. Why would I be worried about his comment? They couldn't even put the right amount of players on the field during a spring practice.
Plus he likes mud. Ew.
But anyways, I think the more interesting game is the Hawks and Bulls game. But I think the Heat's gonna win for real because it's the bright lights for Joel Embiid. He can't lose, but he's gonna lose because that's what he does.
So check me out. Can the Heat lose in this scenario, Kendall? Because remember, like a lot of people have been talking about how they don't want to play Boston in the first round. It was like if we're going to play Boston, like some of us, our preference was to play them early before they got shit rolling. So if Miami does end up in the AC, and I'm assuming Miami is making the playoffs. Like in no scenario that we're presenting to you guys are we saying Miami won't even make it. But we're just saying like in a scenario where Miami plays Boston in the first round, I think that's their best opportunity to kind of catch them slipping. And in a scenario where Miami gets the 7th seed, we're playing the fucking Knicks. He in 5, bitch ass nigga. Shep, how you see this 7-8 seed playing out?
I heard a lot of Heat beating the 76ers. It's like y'all scared to play Boston. Why? Like, seriously, that's who y'all should. You said, listen, Kendall, I saw your face. Play Boston. Fuck them up. But honestly, how I think it's going to go, I don't think Embiid is going to play. I think he hurt that knee a little bit more than, like, he probably going to lay it off or they going to say this, that, and other. I don't think Embiid's going to play. I think you guys are going to beat the 76ers. I think we're going to beat the Hawks. I think we're going to beat the 76ers. So the Heat will be 7 seed and the Bulls will be 8 seed. Yep. Yes, sir. I don't think Embiid good, bro. I don't think Embiid good. And without Embiid, the Bulls can beat the 76ers in one game.
Will DeRozan's daughter be there?
Yes.
Then
I'll
y'all
pay
have
for
no
the
shot.
ticket. Now I do fear that Trae Young did play today, so I do fear the Trae Young and DeJounte Murray thing. But I think the Bulls gonna end up in the 8 seed. That's just my personal opinion.
I don't see it. Like I don't. I would say that. But
y'all don't got me. Y'all didn't see no finals run last year, but I called it.
This is true. This is true. If Joel Embiid is not playing, though, I do give y'all just as good a shot as anybody. Like I agree with you that Joel Embiid's knee is worse than what the 76ers are letting on and what he's trying to let on to. What's up, Kendall?
I will say, because Shep said that he don't think that Joel will play against us. Well, I will say, if Joel don't play against us, he's playing against whoever come out of that other game. We would already known that he was out for the year.
They say Embiid practiced yesterday and will play. Okay.
Right.
I don't think that knee good. I don't think that knee good at all. Because, like, listen, I done had knee injuries before, and even if you tweak it a little bit once you heard it, that stuff ain't easy to play with, bro.
Shep, don't worry about it. I can tell you who gonna figure out whether or not that knee good. Eric John Spoelstra. He gonna have that motherfucker tooting ass with that knee out there. He gonna have him moving all around that basketball court to see if it's good or not. And I think that's what we should do. Like, make him work. And I think that's what Bam's gonna try and do, even though the last outing wasn't the best, But I think that we're gonna make him work. I predict Miami's gonna get that 7 seed. Like, I just think that we're gonna beat Philadelphia, get that 7 seed. We're playing the Knicks in the first round. That to me is food. Like, I'm sorry, I do not care if y'all the 2 seed, Ricky. Nothing about that team. Like, I just don't have any fucking confidence in them, Ricky. Like, I can't muster up any scenario where the Knicks beat Miami in a 7-game series. But you could all you fucking want to. That's what we're gonna do to your ass out of the playoffs. Get out of it, bitch ass nigga. Bye, toodaloo, bing bong, go away. All right. So I'm pretty sure everybody here, I don't know if we gave our predictions for the next game, but we're not going to do it no way. We need to get to some of these sponsors. We want to thank the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, which is Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy JPU or give him a call today and tell him that the Basement sent you. Email him at JPU, that's JPOUGH, at simplehealthadvisors.com, or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that number is 321-345-7738. We also want to thank another sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, which is Aim High, Hit Higher Enterprises. Need any DJing services for grad bash, prom, quinceañera, birthday parties? It does not matter. Hit up my boy DJ Dynamite. Text him at 561-592-4146 or send him an email at jament@aimhighhithigher.com. We appreciate both of those guys for everything that they've done for this network. Any final words before we close this show out and get ready for the play-in? Oh, yeah. Everybody who does not know, we'll be doing playbacks for the play-in tournament. So on Wednesday, there will be a playback during the game as well as a post-game show after the game. I'm sorry, Kendall, I said we. I at least will be in a playback. Hopefully somebody else would like to join me. If not, the rest of y'all can join me. Make sure you go over to playback.tv/the Basement Sports Network. Become a member over there, join our community, get on stage, talk to me during the game. But yeah, I'll be over there for every game during the playoffs. So, or play in. So if the Miami Heat lose this first play-in game, I'll be on there for that one and the next one. Every playoff game, we're going to do playback and post-game shows. So make sure you tap in with us over there. Somebody said Kodak over Drake the GOAT. I take it.
What are we doing?
What you mean?
All right.
That's it. How does he?
That boy from Pompano. Fuck is they talk? Man, that boy from Pompano. Fuck is you talking about? Yak the goat.
Drake
Yeah.
ain't even the GOAT, so
He's not even close. Let's go get these final thoughts. Anything that you want to talk about? Any NBA news, Heat news, whatever. Last guy of the season. Ricky, final thoughts.
50.
Come on now, we need that. Go ahead, Stone. Final thoughts.
No, I mean the Knicks won 50 this season.
Oh no, we don't care about that. I thought you was talking about a nigga got to give us 50 in order for us to respect him. But that's what narrative I'm going with anyway.
We gave you 50.
No, you didn't.
no, he didn't.
Go ahead, Stone.
Jimmy Butler, 50 points. Nikola Jovic, 40 points. Bam Adebayo, 60 points.
Cool.
We're going to blow that shit out.
Fuck is you talking about, Stone? Talk to these folks, now. Hell is you talking about? Jess, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say in the scenario that we lose both of these games, I may never watch this team again. Like that's where my head's at. I know we've been pretty optimistic on here, but let me just say, like, I will be taking a very, very long break from watching this team if that happens. Also, there's golf on, so it's time to transition over to that. But yeah, we'll see you on Wednesday.
Can you please make that happen for her quickly? Like,
I mean, if the Heat lose both of these games, they won't play until October or November anyway. So yeah, we'll all be doing a.
Brother,
we'll all get a lob. Yeah.
What is this? What is this? Birdie who? Eagle what? No, Jess, I will ask you. Is Tiger like in the league?
Oh no, man.
Not close.
Tiger was fucking horrific.
Tiger made the cut and then completely forgot how to play golf.
All right,
I think he shot like the worst he's ever shot in a mate. I'm sorry.
Shot like 7
well,
or
let
8
me
overs.
tell you something. If
Augusta Chronicle started to come out a little bit.
If Tiger isn't in the running on the final day of any golf tournament, please don't mention that sport around me in my presence.
Noted.
Respect me, please.
I know. I'm learning. There's a lot of things.
Listen, I'm a simple man.
Hey, but
It's
Tiger,
another, brother. Listen, that's another one. Watching that golf shit, bro. My boy be on it, bro.
hey, but Tiger was
Nose ball.
AB's cracker of the day the other day. So you still like him like that?
Brother, I don't like AB. Like, put that shit on. Besides that, no, them highlights on YouTube.
Top
Antonio
5.
Brown.
He returned that punt and kicked the punter in the face. Are you kidding me?
Antonio Brown movie. AB.
Kendall, final thoughts.
Hey man, white boy.
Come on now. White boy. Shep, final thoughts.
Hey, can it just be about the Heat?
It could be about whatever you want.
Hey, so listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I didn't start watching y'all team until after, like, probably a month after the All-Star break. But something that they was talking about. Yeah, but it was something they was talking about last year in the playoffs that they that I think y'all skipped over throughout the whole season. Like, and I asked Ricky at last time about Heat culture. Skip that. The development of program with the Heat, for real, is like top notch. Real talk. When you look at people like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus, people that done moved on. Just hear me out, Kendall. People that done moved on. Look, I'm talking about why they was with the Heat. That done moved on. That helped y'all. Look at the new stuff y'all got going on. Duncan Robinson and his ball handling and his playmaking. Nikola Jokic. And who else? Herro Highsmith. Like the Heat. Listen, y'all keep.
I'm listening.
He had me until he said that last brother's name. Brother Shameless Highsmith. Listen, gang.
Who do you think is locking up Maxey?
Caleb Martin.
I'm just saying the development of y'all players is different. Listen, y'all can say what y'all want to say, but listen, I got a team that don't get no kind of production from nobody. Like, I have a team that don't have no Jokic's on the team, that don't have no Max Struses. Okay, y'all doing that. Take the Bulls. You go root for the Bulls every day. I guarantee you'll take your shit over my bullshit. Yes, you will.
No,
you will take your shit over my bullshit.
Listen, brother. I'll take the bullshit if I can do one thing. If you allow me to do one thing.
When the last time we went to the finals?
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Will you allow me to do one thing?
No.
Oh, okay. then I won't, because this is nothing. This is Eric John Spoelstra. Nothing more and nothing less. Y'all can be fooled by that shit out here in NBA universe. Brother, this shit is not fun, bro. It's nothing to cheer. There's nothing to shake pom-poms about. The barrel. It just shows that Spo's a good coach. But as a fan, that it's nothing to like enjoy. It's not enjoyable, bro.
Is it enjoyable in the playoffs?
No, not until it happens.
You're right. You never know what's going to happen. But, Jay, I got something for your motherfucking ass, because yesterday you was on Facebook. Yeah, you was on Facebook talking about, imagine about all these crying ass Heat fans if the Heat get the 5th seed. And I told your bitch ass, I said, what gonna happen if the Heat get the 8th seed? And you was like, that's not part of the scenario. Well, guess what the fuck happened? 8th seed. We're going on the road for a play-in game. Respect me when I talk in that Facebook. You hear me? For those of you who calling me old because I use Facebook, fuck you. All right? I use Facebook. I like it. It's a great application. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. Thank you guys in the comments, as always, for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to every member of the panel today, Jess, Stone, and, of course, 3 members of the Kane Gang, the chairman, Ricky J. Mark, my boy, Kane Kendall, and, of course, my dog, my brother, Kane Brenton, D.S. Shepard. We'll see y'all motherfuckers in the play-in on that playback. I'm just vapping until I find the video. Play the video, me!